Learning where we belong, understanding connection in adolescence. You are Mia. You move through school as if the world is a room full of glass, faces and laughter on the other side. Light diffused and familiar, everything visible but somehow out of reach. You allow others to experience what it feels like to find where they belong, the small quiet movements that build connection, the subtle moments that shape identity. Cafeteria. The place is loud and warm. Trays clatter, voices rise and break against the hum of conversation. You sit at the edge of the main table, your tray untouched. People pass between you and the center of the room like a current you don't quite step into. From your seat, you look slowly across the cafeteria, a circle of friends trading jokes, a group with arms linked, a student practicing a song in the corner. You tell yourself softly, I sit at the edge, feeling invisible despite the noise around me. 1 in 3 adolescents experiences chronic loneliness, a quiet truth that makes even the smallest attempt to reach out feel heavy. You scroll, your phone vibrates in your hand, and you look down at images arranged like trophies, smiling faces in cafes, candid group selfies, a weekend full of moments. There's an unnameable ache as you compare your inside to their outside. Notifications flash smiles and gatherings. Even online, I feel unseen. Digital life magnifies perceived social gaps. You feel the tug between the life on screen and the life you inhabit, the angle of your wrist, the slight slump of your shoulders, the quick flick as you switch pages. Classroom. You watch as classmates move easily into groups, sharing ideas with a kind of quiet choreography you haven't learned. They lean in, they exchange pens, they laugh at the same moment. You sit with your notebook open, but your eyes travel around the room. Like a camera doing slow zooms across other people's comfort, others seem to connect effortlessly. The depth of engagement feels out of reach. You notice your breath, the way your fingers press the paper as if anchoring yourself. Then, a pause. A teacher looks up mid-lesson. Their gaze finds you and they ask your opinion, directly, with a patience that softens the moment. For a beat, you are seen. When someone truly notices me, a flicker of belonging appears. You move to the library, a quiet harbor of sunlight and dust motes. You sit by the window with a pen and a notebook. You tap the pen against the page, trace phrases, erase and rewrite. Reflection sits with you like a friend. Reflection teaches me that being seen and heard forms identity. The sunlight warms the back of your hand. You hear the low scrape of chairs, the whisper of pages turning. Your face relaxes as you give words to the things you've been feeling. In the hallway later, you help someone with homework. Leaning in over their worksheet, the exchange is brief. A corrected equation, a quick explanation, but the smiles that pass between you are small lights. Small acts of listening and support cultivate connection. Loneliness signals growth, not failure. Walking down the hallway, you catch the little things most people don't even notice. A quick nod, a flash of eye contact, someone forcing a smile as they walk by. You watch yourself too, your feet tapping, lockers banging, your heartbeat matching the rhythm around you. Even the tiniest acknowledgement matters. Every small ripple, a hey, a glance, leaves its mark. Outside, you sit on the campus steps. Groups move in patterns, a circle of soccer players, a pair deep in conversation, a cluster swapping snacks. You watch, thoughtful. Being aware of these moments shows what meaningful connection looks like. You notice how laughter blooms from shared attention, and how silence can be comfortable between people who know each other. At art club, the room smells faintly of paint and coffee. You raise your hand tentatively and voice a simple idea. It feels conspicuous at first, like stepping into a spotlight that's slightly too bright. Engagement begins when I step forward, sharing ideas with curiosity. Your hand shakes a little. Someone nods. The group folds your thought into the conversation. Later, in a quiet corner, you laugh with a friend over a shared notebook, an inside joke tucked between lines. Mutual attention and authentic listening create deeper relationships. The laugh is soft, private. Your face changes. You feel lighter. Connection is not always loud. Back in the library, alone with your notebook, you pause mid-sentence. A furrow of thought creases your brow. Reflection reinforces understanding of connection and emotional resonance. You write slowly, letting phrases settle, letting questions sit without immediate answers. The silence is not empty. It is fertile soil for the small discoveries that will grow into self-knowledge. A teacher sits across from you to guide a project. The conversation is simple but focused. Questions, gentle feedback, a suggestion to try something different. Guided support helps me recognize relational cues and emotional depth. You feel confidence bloom, not because the teacher praises you lavishly, but because they listened and offered a clear next step. That attention is a model for how to notice others. You practice taking steps. At lunch, you approach a small group and offer to help with a homework question. Voice steady though your knees feel unsteady. I take small steps to engage. Even tentative participation fosters connection. One person tilts their head, another smiles, and the conversation grows. It is awkward at first, and then easy, like learning a new rhythm of speech. By the library window, sunlight paints your hand as you gaze out. You notice the arc of students walking by, the way two people slow to fall into each other's stride. I notice gaps in connection and begin identifying what I truly need emotionally. The recognition of needs to be listened to be acknowledged, to be included in small ways, becomes language you can use. A classroom project becomes a field for experimenting. You contribute an idea. Classmates nod and write it down. Participation builds confidence and relational trust. The group doesn't erase you. It records you. Trust accumulates in little deposits. An idea accepted. A disagreement handled kindly. A joke shared and laughed at. Your posture eases as that trust grows. In the hallway, a classmate compliments your work. You feel a faint warmth rise in your cheeks and a small private smile. Recognition, however small, reinforces connection. Compliments are currency for belonging. They validate presence and effort. Under a tree, you journal and observe. You write a line, then look up as a group passes, noting how one person listens more than they speak. Observing others helps me practice empathy and attentiveness. You copy the motion of a hand, the tilt of a chin, the micro behaviors that signal someone is open or closed. This practice is like learning a new language of faces. You offer to help carry books for a peer, an awkward but sincere gesture. It feels a little strange and entirely right. Acts of kindness strengthen bonds beyond words. The physicality of shared tasks creates a conversation in movement. Carrying something together is a way of carrying attention. In a study circle, you take turns speaking and listening. The rhythm is reciprocal. Shared understanding emerges when attention is mutual. You notice how the group slows to listen when someone is struggling, and the relief that follows is almost visible. Trust is cumulative. Each moment of mutual attention builds the next. Walking home with a friend, the conversation is casual. Complaints about a teacher, a joke about homework, a plan for the weekend. Connection extends beyond structured spaces. Informal interaction matters. The world outside school is a continuation of the small moments that happen inside, stitched together by shared time. In club rehearsal, you prepare a short presentation, your heart ticking fast. Your fingers fold and unfold as you practice. Taking initiative, even when nervous, encourages self-expression. When you step forward and speak, your voice trembles but holds. The participation is its own reward. After the presentation, classmates applaud, offer compliments, exchange looks of approval. Positive reinforcement nurtures confidence and belonging. You receive recognition that affirms the risk you took, and the warmth of that moment lodges itself in memory. Evening, you sit at your desk at home, a lamp casting a circle of warmth. You write in your journal, the pen scratching steady, your breath a metronome. Reflection solidifies insights into connection, growth, and self-awareness. You can trace the arc of the week on the page, small attempts, small glances, small acts that accumulated into something larger. The next morning, back in class, you watch micro behaviors again, but with new attention. You notice the way someone tilts their head when interested, how eyebrows knit in confusion, how hands fold when someone is uncomfortable. Attention to micro behaviors teaches me about empathy and responsiveness. You begin to translate those cues into actions. Ask a clarifying question, offer a supportive word, adjust your tone. You partner with a classmate for study, and you both laugh over a problem solved together. Collaboration reinforces trust and mutual understanding. The solving of a problem becomes a shared story, and shared stories are the scaffolding for belonging. In the hallway, a teacher nods and smiles as you pass. Even brief acknowledgement by adults validates identity and presence. You feel affirmed in a way that's dignified and small. It's an adult-sized pat on the shoulder that says you belong here. Outside again, you take a mindful break and reflect on how you've changed. Being present allows me to integrate lessons from interactions into identity formation. You recognize small shifts, you speak up sooner, you accept invitations more readily, you notice others in ways you didn't before. Back in the cafeteria, you choose a place at a small table. Your posture is open, shoulders back in a quiet confidence. You laugh casually, your expressions relaxed. Belonging develops gradually. Each micro interaction, attentive moment, and active engagement contributes to meaningful social connection. It's not an instant transformation, but an accretion of moments that begin to feel like home. You end the day thinking back on everything you've read, seen, and felt, kind of putting the pieces together in your head. You remember learning that being lonely can actually hurt your health, and that humans are basically built to need other people. You think about the writers and researchers who helped explain the quiet stuff in everyday life, like studies showing how loneliness affects your body, books about why connection matters so much, and research on how social media can mess with the way we compare ourselves to others. There is a horizon of practice. Keep noticing micro behaviors. Keep taking small steps. Keep offering and accepting help. These are the instruments with which you craft belonging. The research and references for this video are listed in the description for those who want to read further. Subscribe to follow the next stage with the upcoming story, where connection in young adulthood is explored with the same close attention to micro moments and meaningful growth.